Okay, about there on YouTube, this is the total integrated power module out of an '02 Dodge Ram pickup. I was experiencing the low beam issue like everybody else. A couple of the problems I was having was only one tail light and none of the turn signals were working. Bad design by Dodge. Should be called the total incompetent part by Mopar instead of what they're calling it. But anyway, I'll show you what's going on. I've kind of already started repair on this one. I'll go ahead and flip it over and kind of show you what's going on. Basically, as you can see, this trace right here has pretty much burned up, and the reason for that is, as you can tell, as this comes out, comes through where they flip the board through those through hole pins up to this point. The idea is to come over here to these connectors. Well, this wide trace got narrow because they had to fit it between this gap, and then they brought it back out wider. That's not going to work. It's just like taking a big gauge wire with high current, trying to shove it through a smaller wire and then bring it back to a bigger wire. The smaller wire is going to get hot, burn up, melt, all that good stuff. So that's what's happened here. It was a design flaw in the traces. Whoever laid the board out, they probably didn't have much of a choice, but they should have done something a little different, try to run some sort of solid jumper through there or something. Anyway, I'll flip this thing over, and it actually comes out of, and here I started repair on this, so it comes out of this pin here. This is the through hole pins where it actually makes it go through the board, where they basically flip it to this side, the top layer of the board, to run up through here. When they got to this point, the trace is supposed to continue to go through here if there's through hole pins there. That brought it back up to over here and on through. So the problem is, as you can tell how skinny that is, it's not going to work. It's going to heat up and about burn a hole through the board. So anyway, the way I'm going to solve this problem, if you can already tell by what I've done, I got some probably about 16 gauge wire, soldered it on those pins, and what I'm going to do is just run this all the way up here to that pin. 1, 2, 3, it should be pin 4 from the bottom. I'm not sure how the number in these pins, that's 1. So anyway, over at that point, you could trace it out and figure it out. Basically, what I'm going to do is just put some solder right there, tack that on. I'm going to glue this wire down against the board so the vibration will keep it from coming off. I'll have to route it around where that blade doesn't hit that wiring. So I already got my wire cut to length. But anyway, that's what's going on here. Trace is too narrow and it couldn't handle the current. $400 to $800 piece of junk if you buy another one, but unless they've come out with some sort of revision, it's going to have the same exact issue. So maybe this will help somebody else out. If it's broke, you can try to fix it, give it a shot, and it's worth it. I'm going to run this jumper and hopefully everything's fine. These got about 6 layers put back together. Shouldn't be a problem. So either I'm going to fix it or I'm going to trade it in, buy a Chevy. So hope this helps somebody out.